love when God surprises us with answers to prayer. It's so exciting when He works in unexpected ways. I have a friend at my church whose name is Haley, and her parents aren't walking with Jesus. Her family, her siblings have not been walking with Jesus. And she has asked the women in our church to be praying. And I know she has been praying for years that they would come to know the Lord. Well, Sunday, it was Palm Sunday, and we were having the kids help participate in music. And then after the service, we were having an Easter egg hunt. So Haley invited her sister Jordan and Jordan's boyfriend and their child to come to our church to be a part of the Easter egg hunt. And so they've never been to our church before, but they wanted to come for their Easter egg hunt. So they showed up. Well, pastor preached a very good sermon about how Jesus is the only way to get to the Father. And then he gave an altar call. And after a few minutes, Jordan's boyfriend went down to the altar. And then after a little bit, Jordan also came to the altar, and they both gave their lives to Jesus. You know, they didn't intend to come to church. They weren't seeking Him at all. They weren't looking for Him. And yet Jesus intercepted their lives, and now they are new creations. It reminds me of Isaiah 65:1 that says, the Lord says, people who never before inquired about me are now asking about me. I am being found by people who were not looking for me. To them I have said, I am here. You know, I think sometimes we can get discouraged when we're praying for somebody and they don't have any interest in the things of God. We think, how will they ever get saved? But God says, oh, that's not hard for me. You just keep praying, and I know what to use. I know how to intersect their lives to give them a hunger and an opportunity and the desire to receive me into their lives. The other cool thing about this is, one of the ladies in our church said that God had told her on Wednesday to start praying that Jordan would come to church. And so she didn't know which Jordan. She knows somebody else who has a child named Jordan. So she this week was just praying, or last week was just praying, God, help Jordan to come to church. And she was like, well, God, you mean for Easter, right? And He said, no, pray that Jordan will come on Palm Sunday. So all week she was praying for Jordan to come to church on Palm Sunday. And there at the altar, she went up to pray with Haley's sister, and she said, now what's your name? And when they said Jordan, she about fell over, because God had been using her prayers, I think, as the final push to get Jordan and her boyfriend to church, because He had heard all the other prayers from the women in our church, from Haley, and He said, now's the right time. The soil of their heart is ready to receive me. And so He just brought them to church that Sunday because He loves them so much. So keep praying. God knows how to work. He knows how to reach your loved ones. It's not too late. He can do it.